He has one more turn of Trick Room, but like I just spam Wide Guard here. If he has Solar Beam, he goes for Solar Beam here, which could still maybe win him the game. I don't know. He rage quits! He rage quits! That's the second rage quit. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation H VGC. Froslass is a really cool mon that actually pairs really well with Snow. Alolan Ninetales and Snow as a weather is actually kind of on the up and up and actually rising in usage, at least when recording this recently. And Froslass actually has a really unique ability with Snow Cloak and Bright Powder, similar to what Glaceon kind of does, being able to sit in the snow, or like even like Articuno, sitting in the snow with the snow, giving you that evasion boost alongside the Bright Powder, giving even more evasion boosts. Makes it so you can actually get a lot of free damage and free turns to where you're actually able to do a bunch of stuff without having to take any damage, which could be pretty good. So I haven't seen Froslass much either. It's kind of a really cool type with the Ghost Ice typing. So I think that could be kind of good in the format, that you have a lot of stuff you can hit for super effective damage and that you do outspeed. You also get Haze and a bunch of other really cool supportive moves. So that's kind of nice. This is a team by Evan. We have featured a bunch of their teams on the channel before. Always just a really good team builder. Puts out a bunch of really cool, fun teams. If you guys want to use this team, rental in the corner, paste down below. Go test out the team. I'm going to kind of run through this team. We're going to hop in some games. There's a lot of cool stuff here. Actually, I want to kind of run through for you guys. You got these Specs Alolan Ninetales. I'm going to tell you guys right now, too, Alolan Ninetales, if you guys missed my more recent team, my most recent team I made about, it was a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now. That team I built around like Specs Alolan Ninetales. Ever since then, ever since I posted that team, Specs offensive Alolan Ninetales seems to be like the most common set. Is it a coincidence? Like every time I build a team, whether it's a team that has Sneasler on it, or it's an, what was the other one? There's another, or Blaziken on it. Like every time I post a team, one of the mons that I build the team around ends up having like finding a bunch of increased usage with like one of the sets that I end up using in the video, or like one of the mons I use in the video. It's crazy. So now Alolan Ninetales with like Specs fully offensive is like really common now. It's probably the most common set. So I don't know, is it because of me, or is it because people finally found out how good offensive Ninetales actually is? I'm not sure. I think I had a little bit to do with it, but I don't know. I like to think I did. These Specs and Alolan Ninetales with the Terra Blast, Terra Water. Apart from that, just a really standard set. The Bright Powder, Froslass, the start of this team. You have Snowscape there to actually get rid of opposing weather. Speed Control with the Icy Wind for the Ninetales and a few other slower things on this team. You have Haze there for setup stuff, mainly for Dondozo, Tatsugiri. And you have a really fast Will-O-Wisp, which could be really clutch in a lot of situations. While also you have the Evasion boost with the Snow Cloak and the Bright Powder, so you're not able to be hit very much. So you get a lot of free turns where you just get a bunch of free chip damage, or you're able to Will-O-Wisp a bunch of things for free. So see how that actually works. Got the AV Rillaboom, just a really standard set. Citrus Incineroar with Terra Grass, really standard set. Safety Goggles, Defiant. Bulk Up, Annihilate, which is kind of cool. A lot of the Annihilates I'm actually seeing run currently aren't really even running Safety Goggles, just run like either Scarf or even like Choice Banded. So that actually does. I don't think it's really that like an uncommon set. I think Safety Goggles like Bulk Up, Annihilate still pretty common, but I haven't seen it really that much. And then you have the Swampert on this team, which is also really interesting, filling out the Fire, Water, Grass for this team. Swampert's kind of a cool mon, just mainly because he gets Wide Guard and it's only weak to Grass, so you don't have to really worry about weaknesses. I just think the only really problem with it is its stats are kind of lacking. I think it's another one of those starters that's kind of got a little bit power crept going into the later generations. I don't think it's as good as it was like a few generations ago. Got a few different moves and stuff, like Wide Guard's great and stuff, but I think its overall stats kind of lacking. I don't know, we're going to see how it does, though. I haven't really used Swampert very much, so I'm kind of interested to see how it does. Apart from that, let's hop in some games. Alright, we're here with the match. My opponent's running like a Regulation G double restricted team. That's going to be real fun to go against. Chi-Yu, Zamazenta, Dragonite, Lycanroc, Day, Serena, and Eternatus. I think the one main thing I got going for me here is they're really weak to Snow. Snow is actually pretty good into their team. Only issue is if he has wide guard on Zamazenta. That's the main problem. So I think what I want to do here is lead Swampert. Swampert looks really nice. I'm going to lead the Incineroar. I'm going to bring the Ninetales in the back, and I'm going to bring the Froslass here. I think that's what I'm going to run with. Zamazenta ain't that much of an issue either because I have Will-O-Wisp, so I can try to go for Will-O-Wisp and see how that does. If I can get a burn, that'd be great. I think what I do here is I just double into Chi-Yu. He could go Terra Ghost to dodge a Fake Out here, which would be kind of a crazy play, but I think that's what I do here. I'm just going to Fake Out and I'm going to double into Chi-Yu. I'm going to Liquidation here and I'm just going to go for Fake Out onto Chi-Yu. I just don't want to deal with it because it's really good into both of my ice types. That's the main thing. Do I even tank this? Holy shit, that does a fuck ton of damage. I get Chi-Yu out of here. Without the Beads of Ruin, I can maybe take another Dynamax Cannon. I'm not sure, though. There's the Zamazenta, so he did bring this. That's another thing I gotta try to get damage on. I'm just gonna high horsepower here. I got Flare Blitz, and I can go for Knockoff, but Knockoff doesn't really do anything to him, so I'm just gonna Flare Blitz here for some damage. Do I even tank this? I do, barely. Body Press just fucking one-shots me. Okay. Is that a crit? I got a critical. Okay, that's nice. I'll take the crit. So I kind of trade there. I'll take a trade. I trade the Eternus for the Incineroar. That's a decent trade. I'm not too bad with that. I think I'm just going to go right into the Ninetales here. Part of me actually just wants to... I kind of want to go into Froslass here, though. I don't have my Snow up, which kind of sucks, but... It's Dragonite, too. That's perfect. I don't know if I should actually keep the Swampert around, like that's the thing here. I want it to drop. I don't know, I'm gonna high horsepower here. And then I'm gonna I can't protect. I cannot protect here. I mean, I can Icy Wind. Or Will-O-Wisp too, I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp here. I outspeed Zamazenta? How do I outspeed you? So he's not running max speed, he's running more of a bulky Zamazenta then. Crunch, okay, that's fine. I want the Swampert to drop so I get my Snow up. Fire Punch, never mind, I'm dead. Oh, I live. I live. Question is now though, he has what? He has Crunch, Body, or was it Crunch, Body Press, I think is what he had. Does he have Wide Guard on this Zamazenta? Because if I lock myself into Blizzard here, and he goes for Wide Guard, I just lose. But that's, I don't know. That's kind of the risk I want to take, though. I just want to go for Blizzard here. I really do. I could also Haze, too. Haze wouldn't be too bad to get rid of his defense boost. It doesn't really matter that much, though. I'm just gonna Icy Wind. If he's multi-scale Dragonite, that'll make the multi-scale. That's not multi-scale for sure, though. Body Press doesn't really even do that much. I'm gonna keep on spamming Blizzard here. I could Haze too, just to get rid of his defense boost so it even does less damage. He Rage Quit! He rage quits! What a fucking loser. Fuck you. Fuck you for rage quitting. What a piece of shit. Scumbag. Absolute fucking scumbag. This guy is not only running Zombizenta, he's running a double restricted team with Eternatus, Chiyu, and a bunch of other broken shit. And he fucking rage quits versus a Ninetales and a Froslass. You gotta be kidding me. You are so fucking pathetic. I'll see you guys in another match. I didn't expect somebody to fucking rage quit with this team, of all things. Alright, we hear another game. My opponent's team looks like literally like a copy-paste team from Baltimore. Probably is what it's from. Electabuzz, Dragapult, Primarina, Rillaboom, Sneasler, King Gambit. I think the good thing here is though is like he's pretty weak to Snow Spam, but the only issue is if he's like Grassy Seed on Bird and Sneasler, that just shits all over me. I have checks for that though. I guess Incineroar is a decent check for that as well, and I got answers, I guess. Swampert ain't bad here either. I think I lead Swampert and Incineroar again. I think I kind of just bring the same four that I brought last game, actually. There's too damn good. Just too good of a matchup into my opponent's team again. Like if he tries to spam Electro Web, I have Wide Guard for that too. Granted, I don't really care about Electro Web on the Incineroar either because it's already really slow. Look at my opponent's team. Like, my opponent's team, like, they're actually pretty weak to Swampert. They don't really have much for Swampert apart from Rillaboom. I guess maybe Dragapult can kind of brute force his way through it as well, but apart from that, like, the ground water typing is pretty good into my opponent's team. I'm assuming this is Banded Dragapult. Banded Dragapult alongside Focus Sash, Sneasler, that's what this probably is. I don't know, I'm gonna high horsepower here. I could Fake Out too, but he might also have Fake Out just to try to get me faked out. I don't know, does it pay going for Fake Out here? Does he actually have Fake Out on this thing? I'm not sure. I'm gonna kind of feel bad if I don't go for Fake Out here though. I get rid of the Sneasler turn 1. Unless he's Terra Ghost. He could be Terra Ghost. Fake out. So it doesn't matter, he fakes out the Incineroar, that's fine. So I'm still gonna... Oh, he has Terra Blast. That probably just fucking one-shots me, actually. If that's Choice Banded, it probably just one-taps me. Oh, I live, though. I live. He is Sash Sneasler. So that tells me this is actually a copy-paste rental team. I'm pretty sure that's what this shit is. I think this is what this for sure it is. That has to be Choice Banded Dragapult for sure. I'm going to Protect here, and then I'm going to knock off onto the Incineroar here. I should be able to take a close combat because he's at -1 attack. Poison Touch too. I don't know if it matters that much. I'm still probably dead on this next turn. I just want the Dragapult gone, that's the main thing. Should just easily one-shot him, goodbye. This Choice Band, so this is 100% a rental. 100% a rental team. Gambit. Oh, it comes down to what he really wants to go for here. I guess he just sucker punches actually too. He could just sucker punch here. That would make sense. I don't know, I'm gonna go for high horsepower here. I'm just gonna attack on this turn. Sucker punch. I don't know. I'm not really too afraid of King Gambit because I have Will-O-Wisp. Close combat again. What else might my opponent have in the back? Does he? I don't think he has Electabuzz. I think it's either Rillaboom or Primarina, and I'm assuming it's probably Primarina in the back. So that kind of makes me want to lock myself into Freeze Dry instead. I think the only main issue I'm going to have, though, is like, do I Terra Water here, though? To dodge like a Dire Claw. I think that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go Terra Water. The only issue is, though, is like I resist Sucker Punch, or I resist it right now, but if he Sucker Punches me, I'm going to go take a lot more damage. I'm going to Will-O-Wisp here. Comes down to whatever his last mon is. I think that's what this game's going to be decided by. I don't have really much for King Gambit either. Like, my only offensive move for it, too, is Icy Wind, and I give it a free speed boost. So that's also really bad. Fails, because I'm going for Will-O-Wisp. That's nice. There's the Dire Claw. Just don't put me to sleep. Okay, good. I missed the Will-O-Wisp. Never mind. Never mind. He has Electabuzz. Okay. I mean, actually, I think that's actually kind of worse because he's going to redirect the Will-O-Wisp now. That's actually kind of worse. That's actually a lot worse. I mean, I guess I also have Haze, so if he does get his stat boost, I can just haze him over and over. If I go for Icy Wind, I'm just going to keep on going for Will-O-Wisp. Like, I don't really do much else. He doesn't even go for Follow Me either. So he's going to be going for Electro Web here to get some damage on the Ninetales. That's a 2-hit KO, with the crit at least. I avoid. I don't know how I win this. It's gonna be a really tough game. I don't know how I win because like I'm running out of snow turns too. Like I only have 3 turns of snow left, and like I'm not gonna be able to KO the King Gambit in 3 turns at all. I got an Icy Wind here. That's my only attacking move, and it gives the King Gambit a free +2 boost every fucking time. So if he lands one Kotal Cleave on me, I lose. I get a crit on him. Doesn't matter though. There's a Defiant boost. He cannot land a move on me. Never mind, he does. I don't know if it does. I think Kotal Cleave actually doesn't check accuracy, so I think that actually just bypasses accuracy stuff. Actually, I think that's how it works. That sucks, though. Part of me wishes instead of the Froslass, I wish I brought the Annihilate there. I think if I would have brought Annihilate as my last mon, I maybe would have won. I think that was the main issue, but I wanted to bring the Froslass because his pair is really good with the Ninetales, and it was okay into his team. I think we just got really unlucky with him bringing the King Gambit there as one of his last mons. That's the main issue. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, here's another game. My opponent's running Trick Room. There we go. So by default, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be bringing the Swampert 100% here. Swampbert's going to be brought. Bringing the Incineroar lead. I'm gonna bring the Ninetales in the back. What should my last mon be here? I don't think Froslass, like, funny enough, I don't think it does that much in this game. It really doesn't do much. I can't really Will-O-Wisp half his team, and like, Icy Wind just helps him under Trick Room, so it really does not do much here at all. The only good thing is it has Snowscape, so I'd be able to manually reset the weather, which does nothing if he has Trick Room up, because I get one-shotted by half his team. I think I just bring Annihilate here, and just hopefully he doesn't go for, like, Sleep Powder. Psychic Seed indeedy, okay. This actually kind of sucks for me though, because like I can't really do much here. Like I can't fake out or anything, and like like I guess a Sharpness Sacred Sword just fucks me up here actually. I'm gonna Liquidation, maybe I can get a defense drop. Part of me actually just wants to switch out here. Like I just don't know what I really switching, like what wants to take a Sacred Sword here. And like on the next turn, if he sets up Trick Room, like I get outsped anyways. It's still like one-shotted, so I guess I'm gonna go into Annihilate here. He is intimidated, so it shouldn't do as much damage, but I don't know. He could also go for Trick Room, like they both set up Trick Room here. They have the option to, or he's not even gonna. He's just gonna go right away for the attack. Outspeed him, perfect. There's the, what a play. What a play. Worked out perfectly. Perfect play. I'm gonna Liquidation again. I'm just gonna keep on going for Liquidation here. I don't even know, like, assuming that the Swampert also outsped him, I'm assuming Annihilate outspeeds him for sure here. So part of me actually just wants to set up a Bulk Up, which I'm gonna do. Trick Room. I don't think this Scarlet has Expanding Force though. I think he probably has a Psycho Cut if I were to guess, so it doesn't really pay going for Wide Guard here. I'm gonna go for Liquidation again. I could Terra here into Terra Fire, predicting a Psycho Cut, which I might do, and I'm gonna go for Drain Punch here. I don't know, does Drain... I don't know, he might go for Follow Me here, I'm not sure though. I'm kind of forced to Terra here though, because I don't want to take a crazy amount of damage from like a Psycho Cut. If he has this lead to him, assuming he has his Armor Rogue in the back, or Torkoal, probably those are the last two mons. I don't think he brought Lilligant. Ursaluna he might have in the back, but I doubt it. Psycho Cut, actually, that's a 2-hit KO. Why the fuck does that do so much damage? And he gets the crit and kills me. Okay, that crit for sure mattered. There's no way that KOs me from half. There's no way. So I waste my Terra and I literally do no damage. I get fucked by a crit. That's also really nice. Does he have Armor Rogue though? If he has Armor Rogue here, I'm in a pretty good spot. Because he can't really touch both of my mons. Unless he's Terra Grass. Ursaluna, that's fine too. I also intimidate him. He's forced to protect here too, otherwise he doesn't have his Guts boost. So I can double into the Indeedee here and try to get rid of this. He might Terra. He could also Terra to try to dodge a water type move here too. I'm just gonna go for a liquidation here, and I'm gonna knock off on this turn. If he goes for Earthquake, it's not gonna do that much damage because he doesn't have the Guts boost going. It'll still hurt a little bit, but he's also intimidated, so. Really thinking about this one. He's like, oh man, what do I do here? Do I bypass the Guts boost and attack right away, or do I go for Protect? He's gonna try to Helping Hand boost him instead. Oh, Headlong Rush might actually KO me. It still just fucking one-taps me. Okay, now I wish I would have went for Liquidation onto the Ursaluna. That would have been good. Because that doesn't even KO the Indeedee at all. I get the Indefense drop like 3 turns too late. That would have been great to have the first time I used it. He might actually just Earthquake here, actually. I could see him just going for, like, Earthquake. If he goes for Helping Hand here, he can try to knock out both of my Mons. If he's also Terra Ground. I'm going to go for Wide Guard here. Could be kind of a shitty play, but I'm going to go for it anyways. And then I'm going to go for Blizzard here. I think that would make sense if he goes for Earthquake here. At least that's what I would do. Because the Indeedee's going to die anyways, probably. I think you're just better off going for, like, if he's Terra Ground, he goes for Terra Ground. Goes for the Helping Hand boost and just hopes that the Earthquake does enough damage to double KO here. Or he just goes to follow me too, I guess. He does Earthquake though. He goes for Earthquake. He goes for Earthquake. Okay, that's perfect. Wow. I need this. Oh, actually. Yeah, he just ends up KOing him. So I was going to say I thought he doesn't attack, but he ends up just KOing himself. This Blizzard needs to get a KO here. He's at -1 Spit F. Wow. What a play. What a fucking read there, y'all. So I get really unlucky. He crits the Annihilate, and the Annihilate literally does nothing and wastes my Terra. But I get really lucky on this turn, and I predict him to go for an Earthquake, and it ends up working out for me. I think he has one more turn of, He has one more turn of Trick Room, but like I just spam Wide Guard here. If he has Solar Beam, he goes for Solar Beam here, which could still maybe win him the game. I don't know. He Rage Quits! He Rage Quits! That's the second Rage Quit now. That is the second Rage Quit with this team. What a piece of shit. It's even more scummy than the first one. Like, this guy got fucking outplayed. I went for Wide Guard and he got fucking outplayed, and he was so salty he could not take the loss. He rage quitted over it. But I'm sure if it would have went a little bit differently, him critting the Annihilate, that's not a problem though. I'm the scumbag if I would have left because of that. I never did though. I played out the rest of the match and it ended up working out for me. Like a real player does, not the one that just rage quits. Wow, what a shithead. If you were somebody that goes on, especially even like the casual ladder, that literally, the matches literally mean nothing, and you go onto the casual ladder, like ranks, once in a while, even like myself, like once in a while, if I get like absolutely fucked by hacks, like I get hacks out of my mind, or like really bad luck, once in a while, even me, like I'll rage quit in like some of my ranked games. But like, if you're playing casuals, like literally it means nothing. Why the fuck do you rage quit in a casual match? I have no idea. I don't know. I really don't know. If you guys are somebody that's rage quitting in a casual match and closing your game, like, I don't know, please reevaluate what you're doing. Everybody, if you do that versus people, like, you just make yourself into a huge choke. Like, everybody just never takes you seriously. And you're never going to improve with the game at all. You got to take a bunch of losses to actually improve. You're never going to know what works. talk a little bit about this team. Alright, as for this team, not too bad. I think Froslass fits a really unique role on this team, just more of like a supportive mon. I think the only thing I would actually change with the Froslass though is I would actually get rid of Snowscape and throw Aurora Veil onto this. Froslass, I'm pretty sure, does get Aurora Veil. I know why the Snowscape's there, just prefer like opposing weather. Sand is really common, sun's still decently common. Rain still like the most popular weather. Being able to manually reset the snow for the Ninetales is really good in those certain situations. At least for me with this team, I never really went against that at all. And the times I did go against weather, the weather really never mattered that much at all anyways. Because either I wasn't locking myself into Blizzard, or I never brought like the Ninetales to a lot of those games anyways. And I kind of just played around it with other stuff. But at least for me, that's what I would change, and just try to experiment with Aurora Veil and see how that does. But I understand why the Snowscape is on the Froslass, just for like the opposing weather matchups to be able to reset the weather in your favor whenever you really want without having to switch out and play the switching game with the Ninetales. So, apart from that, really cool team though. I wouldn't really change much on this team at all. Actually, the one thing that actually kind of proved expectations, like I was kind of doubting, was the Swampert, but the Swampert, every time I brought it, put in a bunch of work. Unlike Flygon or some of the other starters that you guys will probably be seeing, another one that I'm going to be featuring for you guys here in like a couple of days is Skeptile, which is also another really awful starter. Gosh, is that thing fucking garbage. At least Swampert at least does something. It's actually pretty solid. And at least it has the stats, at least bulky-wise, like it's bulky enough to take hits. And it has enough stats to where it's able to hit back pretty hard, especially with like stab, water, and ground type moves. And you also have Wide Guard, which is a really nice move. So, I don't know, unlike a lot of the other stuff and starters and stuff I've been featuring recently, I think it's actually one that she's pretty good, and at least has some type of usage, or like use cases. I don't think it's the greatest at all, but it's not bad either. Mainly it's for Wide Guard, and like to kind of fill out a Water, Fire, Grass core for your team if that's what you're really looking for. Even though there's a lot better water types in the format, in my opinion. But apart from that, not really too bad. Like this team, if you guys want to use it, rental in the corner, paste down below. Apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you guys in a future video.